Hi guys, I'm Fluffy and here's another new video about the new map Pearl that Valorant just released. I'm going to be showcasing one post-plant lineup per agent that can. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So yeah guys, this is the new map Pearl. We're going to be starting here on the A side where I think most of the action is going to be happening, and the default will probably be in this spot. It's very safe to put once you do take the site. And most of our lineups for now are going to start from this corner all the way back from closer to the attacker's spawn. For Sova, a very good double shot that you can do is using the corner of that floating brick right there. You can align it with a diamond on the left, do a 2 charge, and there where that white thing peeks out of the bricks, you just do a 1 charge and that's going to land on default. From the same spot, you can look at the little archway or the broken archway. There's a little crack there and you just want to left click where that brick meets the curvature so that you can get this KayJoy lineup, which also just so happens to be the projectile for a lot of other agents. So we're going to use the same exact lineup, same exact spot for a couple more. Here we have KayO, same spot, same physics. Just left click there on that little bricks corner and it's going to land the same spot on default. For Viper, for her, it's going to be the Toxin Cloud or Poison Orb. That's going to be the one, and you want to aim to the left side of that floating brick, the higher one, for the snake bite. So for Brimstone, it's the same exact lineup, left of the right floating brick, but you have to aim a little higher just because you have to account for the fact that there's a bounce. Thankfully though, in the A site, the building does stop it. If you want to play Phoenix on this map, stand this corner, you aim at the corner of the little graphic there on the wall, and jump W and throw. For Raze, you can just bounce it off the left side and make sure you're moving forward for both of these duelist lineups as you need the momentum to carry it forward. For Sova, we have a bit more. You can stand back and stand on this little tin can. You do a 1 charge and shoot the tail of your arrow. My reference for this one, by the way, is going to be the bottom left HUD line. It's going to be on the arch right here, close to the spotlight. So here where it makes like a letter U, you just want to do a 1 charge and then shoot the tail of it as soon as you can, and make sure you aim slightly to the left so you avoid the wall. Another spot you can do is if you're coming out, let's say you take a more mid approach, you can go into this spot. For the same shock dart lineup, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 4th post. You just want to stand in the corner, aim, do a 1 charge, and this one you have to jump, but same concept, you shoot the tail of the previous shock dart. That way it'll avoid hitting the box. And lastly, we also have a little flash guide for a general flash or pop flash. That's pretty good for KayO. I think you just aim between this little broken arch as well, jump and left click, and it'll land above sight. So if they're playing too close to you, they might get half flash, but generally speaking, it should be fine. So on the other side of things, the B side we have here on Pearl, I think to plant for long pretty safely once smokes are down that can cover tower as well as tunnel and hall. I think it's pretty safe to assume that you can plant there, especially if you have like a sage wall or something. So for this long plant default, what you want to do is stand in this very back corner close to the attacker spawn. Count 1, 2, 3 of these little marks on the wall. Put your ability 1, which for Viper would be the snake bite, and you just left click. For the actual snake bite though, you put it on the little dark spot and you just left click as well. And these two Viper lineups are going to be the basis for a lot of the other lineups coming soon. So as I mentioned previously, for KayO and KayJoy, you can use the same exact 1, 2, 3, same ability 1 on that 3rd little graphic, and you just left click for that. Same with KayJoy. So the nano swarms also very useful because you can instantly pop it, since the ground is flat and there's no real delay for it. The KayO and the KayJoy ones are a bit bigger as well, so they do reach fully back into that little screen's projector. For Sova, it's a bit different. You want to use the gap, the letter V, I guess what this is called, where you see the glass meet the steel structure, and you want to put it right in between your 2nd and 3rd ability, which are both your recon and shock bolts. You want to just put it right there. It's hard to use a lot of lineups in Pearl just because the sky is not constant because you're underwater and the boats and everything float. So you do a 2 charge with this, you just shoot the tail again, and you do a 1 charge. If you are not confident using a 1 charge by shooting the tail, what you can do is put the right wheel of the drone icon where the little graphic meets also on the wall. It forms like a letter T right here. And another thing you can do with Sova is, if you don't want to play that, because it's pretty common I think, is on top of this K, the Kingdom K, you can just stand where I'm standing and you do a 1 bounce full charge. That'll go on default. You can combine that with the ultimate to get a very quick kill instead of waiting for the double shot. For Phoenix, generally speaking, the moment you're below this ramp, you just aim above the stack box, the tall box, and you just left click. So you can either throw it to the ground or bounce it off the wall like that. Regardless, it's going to hit the spike. For Brimstone, a bit different though, just because of his projectile. I found that the easiest way to do it is to stand under this mark on the brick wall. And what you want to do is aim at one of these projectors. I use the middle one. I just use the house as a guide. Basically, you aim to the left of it. And you want to aim slightly under where the monitor starts. And you just all you do is left click. And it'll double bounce and land right in the same spot. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to know more about Pearl, just check out my TikTok, my socials for other videos that I'm going to be posting in the future. And if you have any questions about the map or me in general, just feel free to write it in the comments down below. Hopefully I'll get to most of them. But yeah, thank you so much for the support.